Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Jules Suds and Soaps. I'm back and we're going to go ahead with, as I said, I was inspired by my daughter's roses. So what I'm going to do is I have a real pretty design, which the light never seems to show up. It's quite pretty though. Let's see if you can see it. I apologize. But anyway, I'm going to fill that up with clear melt and pour first. I'm going to spray my alcohol, and then I'm going to lay the flowers in here, and then I'm going to cover it again with another layer of melt and pour. So I'm going to get this liquefied, and we'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I just took a temperature of the soap, and we're at 165. Now I've thoroughly blended in any kind of chunks or anything, so I'm just going to be using the clear. I am going to also spray the clear inside the measuring cup. I've noticed that that takes out a lot of the air bubbles, so that when you pour, there's not so many. Okay. Now I'm only going to, this is only going to be one layer, and I do not want the flowers to perforate it. Once this dries a little bit, then we can put some in. Let me try. Nah, I'm going to save this. Okay. We're sitting at 140 on that one and 143 here. I'm going to spray more rubbing alcohol because it does make a difference. I'm going to let that set till it has somewhat of a skin because I don't want these to fall through. So, okay, we'll be right back. We are back. These feel hard enough to me to support the weight of these roses. So as you can see now, if I blow on it, there's no ripples. That means it's dry enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I do anything is, I can't stress enough the importance of rubbing alcohol, especially in this type of soap, because you don't want many bubbles. I want flowers and the things to show here. I don't want, you know, bubbles to be seen. So you really try and eliminate all the bubbles you can and do the best you can. But this will help also the, it'll adhere better to the soap. Okay, now, let's see. Now, I do have some of these rose petals as well. Okay. Let's put some of these. And you can use any flower you want, or really pretty much anything you want to do. I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed. During COVID, this has really helped me quite a bit. It's just so relaxing and soothing to me. Okay, now I do want to maybe put a couple of them over there as well. Now, okay, I'm going to spray the alcohol right now. And the goal is to kind of keep everything in where it's at. So we're going to have to proceed cautiously. Now again, this alcohol is assuring that, you know, all the soap layers will stick together, the flowers will stick together. I finally found the 90, I think it was 90% or 91. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to let that dry for a minute. Let's see. Yeah, 91%. Okay, we're going to let this set a little bit and dry. And then what I want to do then is take some of this clear melt and pour it on top, and then we'll see what we have. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I went ahead and I melted down the clear melt and pour. And I'm just kind of mixing it up here to make sure everything's mixed up together. Okay, I'm getting 160 as far as the temperature. I'm going to want to let it cool off a little bit more than that before I pour. Not that there's really anything here to melt because of the heat, but I do want it, I just think it's going to be the best that way. It's really kind of hard to explain, I apologize. Okay, let me see. In other words, like the hotter this is, the more it's going to melt through things. And I'm afraid that the hotter this is, it might ruin some of the roses. So that's the way. Okay, we are at 153 temperature. I'm thinking maybe about 145, maybe I'll pour it. Okay, we're at 152, 153. Now you also have to make sure that there's really nothing in here because you want it to be as clear as possible. One thing I've learned is, okay, so there's a lot of bubbles in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray while it's inside here, and then I'll spray once I'm done. But this will get all the bubbles out. And we are going to pour. Trying to do it ever so delicately. So I really don't want things to move around. Okay, let me spray with alcohol. Everything's so delicate here, I just don't want to disturb it. Let me check the temperature of the... Okay, we're at 132. I'm going to continue to pour. May have to play with the placement a little bit. Okay. And try not to pour it with anything around it. Again, I'm going to have to go in here and place this stuff here. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I get a toothpick. Where did they go? That's okay. I just I'm going to move this around a little bit. This kind of did move around a lot. Okay, now I am going to put some glitter on that. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to take this, and this is just your basic toothpick. And I kind of just want to place them in a different location. And also, if you do see any bubbles, just pop them, because that will obstruct your view. So you really want to clear. I'm almost very hesitant with putting this on, but we'll put a little bit of this glitter, very little. Okay, and I'm going to do one last alcohol spray. And I think we are good. Okay, there you go. Put a little more on because half of it went off. Okay. Thank you so much, and I'll see you for the unmolding. Okay, we are back for the unmolding. A little tip on these silicone molds, which I do love. They're very flexible, and it's very easy to get the soaps out with this kind of material. You don't want a mold. I mean, you can still do it. It's achievable, but you really don't want a hard mold. You always kind of want to have silicone with it. Okay, so one trick would be you got to break the seal. So I'm just, okay. Okay, very interesting. Here would be the front. It's really neat in there, the design. I just love this mold. So it looks on the side. It's pretty. Okay, let me set it. I'm going to go ahead and set it here. Okay, now this one should come out with ease. And it does. And what I'm happy about is all of these layers. 1, 2, 3 layers. They did stick together a lot of times when you're dealing with layers like this, unless you use a lot of alcohol, like the rubbing alcohol. And I realized when I watched my video back that I sprayed so much rubbing alcohol, I couldn't believe it. So, but it looks like it worked because everything is just kind of seamless. Very pretty. I'm really liking this whole adding the flower to this. I'm hoping this shows up good enough. That's the back. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining my video here. And if you could please do me a favor, and that would be like the video and become a subscriber. And once you are a subscriber, you'll get notifications each time I make a new video. So, okay, thank you so much, and you have a great day.